Hey peeps, guess what time it is? It's Wacky Wednesday, and today my guest is Michael Pierce.
Hello. Actually, it's shopping day because I'm in here shopping, and I know you're all jealous that I get to be in here. The view's even better on the other side. Hello. Sorry.
So he's probably one of my wackiest friends that I absolutely adore and love. So Michael and I actually used to do my podcast together, which was called Conversations in the Closet.
She fired me. Fired me. Didn't even say anything. Just defriended me. Instagram, everything.
I did not. I did not.
No.
No, remember I had some bad
Yes.
advice from social media PR people.
Lots of them.
Yeah. That's amazing how they come and go, right?
I know. We were just talking about it at lunch today. Lots of bad people come around.
They do. They do. They see an opportunity, and you can't.
Which I will say this about, because I'm gonna preach about you because you don't get a chance to talk nice about yourself. So I'm gonna speak for her. I love the fact that there are so many people who are drawn to you because you have this just bigger than life. I mean, you are Texas in a nutshell. But people are drawn to you, and so many times I've seen you give them a chance, open your heart up, open your wallet up.
Too many chances.
Too many chances. And as many times as you've been burned, I've never once ever seen you say, nope, I'm not gonna try it again. You always will go and try it with a different person. You will keep your heart open. You've never become bitter or angry or jaded. Which,
True.
If I had gone through half of the stuff you did, I'd be sitting in some like when they were just withering away voodoo dolls.
True. Maybe I should start doing that.
I actually have a voodoo doll.
Does that have blonde hair?
No, God, no. I love you. I do have a voodoo. I made a big deal. I went to New Orleans and I had to have a legitimate voodoo priestess, and I got this voodoo doll. And I keep saying someday I'm going to have the right reason to use it. I've come really close to using it twice. So watch out there. You know who you are.
So some of our podcasts that we've done together have been hysterical. I remember one we did. We had the bet going into the presidential season.
Oh my God.
And
don't ever make a bet with Theresa Roemer.
So one of us chose to take Hillary Clinton's side. One of us chose to take Trump's side.
Let's see if they comment below as to who do you think chose which side.
And you can't cheat by going and finding this video. But anyways, Michael lost the bet. So the bet was whoever lost had to come on to the next podcast dressed looking like
the losing candidate.
The losing candidate. No, the winning candidate.
Oh, the winning candidate.
The winning candidate. And so
I'll cheat. I'll let you know. I look like a Frito.
He really thought I was going to be showing up in a pantsuit.
I did. I was like, I'm shopping at Sears. I'm finding you a polyester pantsuit.
And guess who had to show up in a suit and tie with a toupee on his head, and you were kind of orange colored.
I actually went in and said, find me the brightest orange paint. And I had a little bit of Cheetos. I had the toupee comb over and they make America great. And I had to do the whole podcast.
He had to do the whole podcast.
And it stained my face.
He had to do the whole podcast, even talking like Trump.
But to be fair, you would have worn the polyester suit, so
I don't know if I would talk like her, though.
Well, who the hell can?
But anyways, we have done some wacky stuff together. I mean, we always have fun together. I'll never forget, we went to Fashion Week 2 years ago in New York, and we were told that we were going to stay in this Airbnb in Harlem.
Which I liked. I was excited.
That's but my last time I'd ever been in New York City close to Harlem wasn't like that. It was scary.
Oh.
I'm not saying anything. Okay, New Yorkers, don't hate me. Don't come after me.
No,
but if you do, I'm getting paid. So,
well, on that point, there's another. I'm going to interrupt you and brag again. There's a whole group of like 8 or 9 of us.
Yeah.
And they're all friends from Houston, all women who have money, and me, the gay man, amidst them all. And you and one other person were like, okay, this is great. We're walking around. Let's go shopping. And we went from like thrift stores to secondhand stores, and there are people who are recognizing you, and you're running up hugging them.
Well, no, first of all, that morning it starts out that Michael and I can't live without our coffee.
Which is true.
Which is true.
Starbucks.
Which is true. So we opted to go get coffee for everybody. And we were dressed in furs and carrying our Birkins. going a couple blocks away to a Starbucks.
You can still find me if you search men with Birkin on Google. You'll find the images.
But we walked.
Yeah.
And it was all blacks, and it was hysterical because here's two white cheaters.
No one looked at me, but you were famous. I just get, like, they literally like, oh my God, it's Theresa Roemer. I was like, but she didn't even know here.
I wasn't even scared. Everybody was like, you're not walking to Starbucks. And I'm like, yeah, we are. I'm like,
you didn't
sure.
hear that. You drive that Rolls Royce. There are bad parts of Houston. I love Houston. Is my favorite city. I'm not a native born, but I love it to death, and I'm glad to be here. But you will drive that white Rolls Royce even into the bad parts of Houston. I, with my convertible, freak out if I'm in certain parts of Houston. I'll call her and say, what are you doing? Oh, I'm donating some stuff here and here. I'm like, what car are you in? So, yeah, you don't
But
care.
we walked to the Starbucks. I wasn't even scared or anything. And then we all decided we're going to go shopping. So we did Uber a couple miles away. I think, but we were still in Harlem. We walk into this, it's called Underground something, but it was all unique jackets.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
It was funky.
We walked in. The guy knew who I was. He knew I'd
filmed a big hug.
He knew that Gucci Mane had filmed a video here at my house.
I still can't. That cracks me up to death. Like all the little kids. Like I had never heard of this person, and I was like, Teresa's having somebody named Gucci Mane filming at her house, and anybody who like had kids like under 18 were screaming like, "Oh my God, that's so exciting!" I'm like, what? What? And then I saw the video, and your house, which is gorgeous, suddenly looked like some sort of like badonkadonk-donk. I'm like, I knew that shower is big, but I didn't know you could fit all that in there. I just wonder what your husband thought was like, when he saw that video back.
He was watching, ooh. The naked girl on my countertops. It was fun. But anyways, we go back a long ways.
Yeah.
We've had some amazing times together. Totally wacky. So totally stuff that most people would never do, but we had a good time doing it. But this past year, you kind of like went out and under.
I disappeared.
He disappeared, and my buddy wasn't around much anymore.
That's
and
true.
And just, you went through a hard time. He just, and where I'm going with this, guys, is this guy went through hell and back this year. He had an illness or something wrong with him where
I'll tell you, it's
40 some doctors could not figure out what was wrong with him. And to go through what you've gone through and the pain that you've been in, and now to have you sitting here with me filming today is like nothing short of a miracle to me.
She's gonna make my mascara run.
Because it's really sad to think that we live in Houston, Texas, one of the biggest cities. We're the third or fourth largest city in the United States. We're supposed to have the most amazing medical.
It's like the second largest in the world or something.
Right. We've got the huge medical center, MD Anderson. I mean, we've got all of this going on. And to know that 40 some doctors in the course of a year couldn't even figure out what was wrong with you. And literally you were bedridden practically, right?
I was bedridden. And I've had dark periods in my life. I mean, I've gone through rehab with alcohol. I've gone through coming out of the closet, and I've gone through all these periods.
Which one was harder? The alcoholism or coming out of the closet?
Coming out of the closet was harder than the alcoholism, because I was scared what was going to happen there, and actually it was really...
Well, because you are a lawyer too, right?
Well, but I was back in the East Coast where I was at. I mean, this is years and years and years ago. I mean, I'm not going to be dating myself, but like the 80s might have been popular. So it was a long time ago. I was worried about the repercussions, and all my fraternity brothers, and they were so like... They had a bet as to what year I would come out of the closet. And I'm so mad because I thought I was going to lose all these friends.
So you dated women?
I dated a lot of women.
Yeah.
In fact, my husband to this day has never been jealous of any other man flirting with me. But if any girl flirts with me, he gets mad. And he makes a point of me having to tell all of my female friends, you can't get naked in front of me. And I have one who loves to get naked in front of me. Actually, two who will actually FaceTime me and it'll be just their boobs. And I am a boobs man. Most gay men are. I am completely a boobs man. Like, there's gay and there's not gay on the spectrum. I'm just this side of gay. So he gets very jealous of women.
So he thinks you could be lost.
I could be lost.
He could lose you to a woman.
He could never lose me. He put up with me when I was 300 some pounds and I had gastric sleeve. I lost a ton of weight, had facelifts, and I took my midlife crisis so seriously. I had like 8 plastic surgeries. I got down to 140 pounds. I was wearing clothes off the runway.
He was
She's
proud.
yelling at me.
He was proud to say, I got to wear what that 17-year-old boy wears. And I'm like,
yes.
Oh, and you want to be proud about that, Michael?
It came off the runway,
oh,
and I'm like, put it on me. I'm going.
No, I'm like, seriously, Michael, you're a grown man. You don't need to compare yourself to a 17-year-old little boy that his nuts haven't even dropped yet, or he probably hasn't even gotten pubic hair. I'm like, seriously. I mean, I'm like, you're a grown man. You don't need to weigh 110 pounds.
I joke, and she's actually the only one who constantly bugged me with this and told me it was wrong. But I always joke. I said, I want to look like heroin chic, like just this side of the people saying, does he need to GoFundMe for a medical condition? And I would tell that.
No,
as
and
jokes.
then when you finally got to that condition,
I got sick.
People literally were like, is he dying?
Yeah, people called my husband and said, does he have HIV? And I was like, I was all flat. I'm like, oh my God, they think I'm so skinny. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. But now, having been sick, I never wanted to, being in recovery, I never ever wanted to be taking the drugs that I was taking. And I had to take a very high dosage of heavily addictive opioids. So I had a psychologist monitoring them and a pain management team. I would not let the doctors give me pain management. I wanted them to be monitoring, because in order for me to keep my sobriety, somebody's got to keep you in check.
Yeah.
But I was on this very heavy dose for years, and going through so many doctors and going through the high of this might be this, and then it's not that. And having operation after operation that would fix it, and it's not that. I mean, I got suicidal. I literally called up a friend of mine, and I told my husband, you need to change the combination on the safe where our gun is, because I'm at this point. If we didn't have children,
right,
my quality of life was so bad. I was in pain, and it wasn't like a pain that was just stabbing, or it was a constant pain that never ever eased up.
Right.
And to have that coming and going, it started out with me just going to ER to ER, and then it would get worse and worse. And by the end, I was bedridden for about 4 or 5 months, and
right.
I gained a ton of weight, even though my diet was really low. I'm notoriously known for eating
But with no physical activity, you're not even getting out of bed. So I think where we're going with this, guys, is, I'm always out there trying to motivate and inspire people. And what I'm trying to do here with Michael is to inspire you guys to never give up. Yeah. Michael never gave up. If one doctor couldn't figure it out, he went to another doctor. He went to another doctor because he knew something was seriously wrong with him. And he's been through hell and back, guys, but the long story short is you just can't give up. Your body.
I thought about you actually, and at that point, I thought about how much you've gone through, like the loss of your son and all the things that you've gone through, and all these friends I have that are really strong and have lived these lives and overcome. I would think about that, and I would actually think, okay, there's going to be a light at the tunnel.
Right.
And now I'm, thank God, pain-free, ironically, through a surgery. They didn't find out what it was to cure it, but I managed to kill the pain.
Right.
So I'm able to start rebuilding my life. So, yet again, life gets you in a low point, but now I'm coming back up again. So.
Right. So the lesson here is that you can't ever give up. You've got to stay positive. Look at even the darkest places you were, and you were suicidal and everything because you just wanted to get rid of the pain, but you never gave up. You were bound and determined to figure out, because you do have 2 little kids. He's got a husband, he's got a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. You've got a lot to live for, and I know out there, guys, I've got a lot of 13, 14, 15, 18-year-olds that look up to me, that feel like they're going through so much in life that sometimes they feel overwhelmed, and school is overwhelming, and their parents are expecting too much out of them, and you want to be a CEO overnight and you don't understand why you have to work for it. I'm here to once again bring someone else into the picture and say, you got to put in the work to get where you want to get in life. You can't give up when things get rocky and rough.
I love that you're speaking to 13-year-olds, because I don't think you know this. I actually, when I was struggling with coming out, my mom had found something and was starting to question whether I was coming out, and I tried to kill myself. And none of my family ever spoke about it. She took me to the emergency room because she was an emergency nurse, and it was unspoken in the family. Nobody would talk about it. And I was so afraid that, oh my God, if I come out, my whole life is going to end.
Right.
And it's a very different time now than others,
right.
But there are still...
But it's still, I get letters...
Gay, transgender, these people are like so afraid. Yeah. My life now is far better than I ever imagined. I'm an attorney. I have lived in a beautiful home. I have amazing friends. I have beautiful kids that are naturally my kids. I never imagined this life. So she's absolutely right. Even in the darkest places, don't give up, because once you've given up, there's no turning around.
Right.
So life will go high and low. Nobody's successful went on a straight up path.
I mean, both him and I, we haven't always had the beautiful road. We've both gone through highs and lows, highs and lows. And so for those of you that are constantly reaching out to me saying, oh my God, Theresa, you inspire me so much. I'm 13 years old. I've just come out. I'm gay and my parents don't accept me. And I love you, Theresa, because you do accept me. This is proof right here that just when you think that people aren't going to accept you and that it's...
And hell, in Houston, I was mainstream having our society parties because these are all my friends. I'm like, we're in Texas, and me and my husband, openly gay, not one time did I ever have a problem. And I was actually pretty funny about it. Like, people would come up, how do I know you? Because they'd see me around. I'd be like, do you watch a lot of gay porn? Because I did a lot of gay porn. I actually said that to one of the guys running for mayor. And I had fun with these people. I've never had a bad time in Houston. But as far as passive life, yeah, I've had some really low points. And I've always learned, you can always get better.
So those of you going up and down those highs and lows, you just know that it's always going to get better. It always is. You just can't give up.
And one day you can look like this.
And you can be in a closet like this.
Speaking of which, I gotta go shopping.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed this Wacky Wednesday video. It was brought to you more almost like a motivational Monday, but we threw it in here as a Wacky Wednesday because I'm with one of my wacky friends. And he decided to finally come out and hang out with me today.
I'm just grateful I got to get out here.
Yeah.
My car got me lost.
Even though he went through a whole tour of Houston and ended up in some bad areas, he still made it. So.
I could get lost in a paper bag. Just say it.
So, anyway, guys, make sure you hit that notification button so that you actually always know when my YouTube videos are loaded. Make sure you comment below if you enjoyed this video today or not. Comment below whether you like this man or not. Well, you know you do. Everybody does.
I'm not going to say anything there. I'm married. Married. Comment below. Because I'm really
And anyways, guys, make sure you get out there on Instagram, all over social media, and find me and start following me. And once again, guys, love you guys. We are growing like leaps and bounds. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much. And until Fashion Friday, bye-bye.